Hello everyone, this is Marathon Films here with another DVD unboxing of my Universal Classic Monsters complete 30 film collection. And as you can see, we got the front here, which has Dracula, Invisible Man, Wolfman the Mummy, and Phantom of the Opera, Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein Creature from the Black Lagoon, and then down here is the years of all the films. So here we got, this is a really nice box set. I got it a couple years ago for my birthday. 4 years now, since my birthday is going to be next Friday. Here's some pictures of them. Here we got the bottom, nothing really too much. And then here on the back we got all 30 Classic Monsters films, and from the studio that defined the Hollywood horror. And here we got a little in-depth synopsis of the box set itself. Here we got snippets of some of the famous monsters, each of the films that are in this set. And you can give it a pause real quick. And then we got, it also comes with a 48-page booklet and tons, and I mean tons of bonus features. So without further ado, let's get into this box set. Here. So here we got the first thing in this collection. I will get out shortly, trying to organize this. I'm sorry. What we get here is the 48-page booklet, the original House of Horror, Universal and a Monster Legacy. Now, the original monsters also come in a 8-package Blu-ray, which this booklet is about the exact same booklet you will get in the Classic Monsters 8 Blu-ray, the Blu-ray collection with the 8 originals. And I don't know if possible, maybe in the future they consider making all of these on Blu-ray like they have done the individuals like Frankenstein, Mummy, Wolfman, etc. But here, once we get into this book, we get their faces. On the table of contents, we also get Legacy of Horror, when Universal started the horror genre with the original 1925 Phantom of the Opera, and some snippets from Hunchback of Notre Dame, with Lon Chaney Sr. And I wish they would have put those two in here, because those are the two movies that really started the studio. And we got more on the film itself. And here we got the Mummy poster, talks a little bit more. And then it talks about the franchise in a whole, as the sequels, the spin-offs. Abbott Costello meet Frankenstein, them putting on the creature outfit, the Gill Man, and this is all quoted from a famous book, Universal Horror Classic Films, 1931 to 48. That's reference from a book, that whole couple pages. So once you turn this, you get, these pages are sticking together. You got the first one, Dracula, and then you got a famous quote. Here's him himself. A little poster art, some stills, movie trivia, talk about the film. And then we go into a little bit more of the film, more poster arts, and then we talk about Bela Lugosi, the famous vampire himself. Sorry about the glare. And you got Frankenstein, famous quote, Boris Karloff as the monster. How they got the monster in. Stills, poster art, little detail about the film. More posters. Originally, Bela Lugosi was meant to play the role, but he turned it down, I believe. I don't know for a fact, but maybe I think that's what I heard, and it went to Boris Karloff. So here we talk about the director, James Whale, of Frankenstein, Bride, and other horror movies. And here we got Boris Karloff, which his birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday to Boris Karloff. Well, belated. And here we have his other next film, The Mummy. Sorry, it's trying to focus. There we go. Some more stills. poster art, the mummy himself, and a quote. There we have more about the film, him reading the script, some posters, and a little note to Carl Laemmle, I believe, about the film. And then we got the famous horror makeup artist, Jack Pierce, who's done many of the classic horror films. He's done the makeup for many. And we got him doing Wolfman. I'm sorry you can't see it. There's nasty glare. Him doing the Mummy and Frankenstein's monster. And here we get into The Invisible Man with Claude Rains. More poster art, and then we got again John P. Fulton, I believe is writer. And here we get The Bride of Frankenstein, the sequel to Frankenstein. We belong dead. Ah. Me imitating Frankenstein's monster in the film. I try. More posters. Elsa Lanchester, who played the bride. The Wolfman, one of my he's one of my top favorite monsters. Then we talk about Lon Chaney Jr., which he never really wanted to do acting, believe it or not. And we got Phantom of the Opera with Claude Rains, the 40s version, not the 1925 version. I wish they would add that in here. The only film in this set that's actually in color, I believe. So, yep, this is the only film. Here we got the layout of the opera house. It's also shot on a soundstage. That whole part is a soundstage. And this is the only film in color out of this whole box set that's in color. But still, these movies are great and very. It's worth the collection is worth the buy and worth keeping. Here we got Creature. A very iconic classic 50s horror film. And here we got a timeline of all, and I'm talking all the classic monster films. And they're also in this set. Except for the Abbott and Costello ones. And then there's the booklet. So now we'll actually get into this. So the first set of DVDs I'm going to show you is the Dracula Legacy Collection. All 6 films from the original Legacy from 31 to 48. These DVDs are really they are really cool packaging. It almost gives it like the color of like a headstone throughout, and just great packaging. A lot more bonus features than the other DVDs in the past. And here we got some of the films in this. And this also includes the Spanish version with Carlos Venerius. I forgot how to pronounce his name. And here we got, this is just my little 100th anniversary info and stuff. And once you get inside this, you get a little pamphlet about the Alfred Hitchcock Blu-ray collection, which I have talked about in the previous video, so look for that on my playlist or on my channel as well, because I did a video yesterday on this collection. And it talks about other monster films in the collection, or you can get them individually too, however works for you. So here we get the cast and crew, we got the disc, we got the original Dracula, as well as, just the original Dracula. We got here Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein. Then here we have Abbott Costello Meet Frankenstein and House of Dracula. And then here we have the Spanish version of Dracula and the documentary Universal Horror, which is definitely a good documentary. It's also on my channel too, that I saved under a playlist under either Universal Studios or Bonus Features. I would highly recommend seeing it. And that was Dracula. So the next one we'll have is Frankenstein, which is the films from 1931 to 48. And here's the side. And then on the back you get all of the films included in the set. And I kind of like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, just my opinion. It's kind of cool, like seeing two monsters like for the first time out of these, like duel it out. Here's the bonus features, snippets, and once we get in, you get my personal stuff. You get the same pamphlet, and here we have the original Frankenstein. You get Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, and Ghost of Frankenstein. House of Dracula, Abbott Costello Meet Frankenstein, as well as cast and crew of all the films. And here we have The Mummy, 32 to 55. My favorite is not in this set, but I like the 1999 version remake with Brendan Fraser. I think that's a really good Mummy movie, but again, it's my own opinion. And here we got the same thing. Here we have the discs, The Mummy, The Mummy's Hand, Mummy's Tomb, and Ghost, Curse, and Abbott Costello Meet the Mummy. Now the discs are just plain old black discs, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but that just gives you an update. Like, they're all just plain old black discs. There's nothing really special to them. Here we got The Invisible Man. Oh, he's not really that scary. I mean, to be honest, he's more like a comedian monster than anything. Yeah, the movies that I forgot the movies that come in it: Invisible Man, Man Returns, Invisible Woman, Invisible Agent, Invisible Man's Revenge, and Abbott Costello Meet the Invisible Man. My mistake. The Abbott Costello films are in this set. My bad. Here we have the Wolfman, my favorite classic monster, actually. Yeah, here are the movies that are in it. Werewolf of London, She-Wolf of London are very, very classic from the 30s and the 40s, and they are definitely worth the watch too. Here we have Monster by the Moonlight, good documentary. Wolfman, it talks about the sequels and everything, and a documentary on Lon Chaney. Jack Pierce. Abbott Costello Meet the Monsters, commentaries, photographs, and trailers. I do love the documentaries that are on here. They are pretty sweet to watch. And here I have next, which is I'm kind of bummed out about this, but Phantom of the Opera, the 43 version, in color, the only one in the set in color. And I'm just a little upset about it because as you you read about it, and then you got the bonus features, and then it's just taking the old DVD and just putting it in a different design case. And what I'm pissed about, or excuse my French, mad about, is that it doesn't come with the original 25 version. I would really loved if they would have done that, but again, what can you do? So I'm really upset that they only had one disc, and they only did the one movie, and not the 25 version. And then last, but certainly not least, is Creature from the Black Lagoon. And classic 50s, 54, 56, there were only 3 movies. And I love watching it. It's just a great example of like classic 50s like science fiction, or at least horror, during that time. Because during this time they were making a lot of like science fiction films about the atomic bomb scare and everything. And it was just a great film. I mean, it doesn't nod to the atomic bomb, but it definitely brings back that classic monster, like horror, like feeling to it. So that is my Classic Monsters, Universal Classic Monsters collection. All 30 films in one box set. I highly recommend this. Even if you have like the 8 films on Blu-ray of like the originals, that's good too, but I highly recommend this because it comes with all of the sequels, all of the whole entire franchise, because some of these films, believe it or not, like for example House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and like the Invisible Mans and Creature sequels, you can not find them individually. You have to get this set, or you gotta get the individual DVDs. Because some of these are very rare to find and not even released individually on DVD, as well as the Abbott Costello films. Those are found in like Abbott and Costello like box sets and stuff. So I mean, this definitely is worth the buy, even if you just have the original 8. I would highly recommend getting this. And most of these have been, how should I say, updated to Blu-ray. So I kind of really don't want to rebuy this on Blu-ray because I got everything I need, the bonus features and the DVDs. So really getting it on Blu-ray is not really worth it to me. But again, that's my opinion. And I mean, if they do come out, it'd be cool to see a box set like this on Blu-ray. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more shorter, I should say. So, I mean, this definitely is. I got this as a birthday present, so it definitely is something I cherish every day, and I love having it. So again, please tell me what you like about this set. Like, subscribe, and also comment on this box set. Tell me what you think. If you have a favorite classic monster film out of this set, please tell me. Or if you have like top 5, give me the top 5. And again, this is Marathon Films telling you to please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.